Gina?
Yes?
From tomorrow on, rather I suppose we should say from the day after tomorrow, I'd like to keep the household account book myself.
You want to look after the account book as well?
Yes. Or at any rate keep a record of the income.
God knows that wouldn't take long.
That's not what I'd have thought. Seems to me you make the money go a remarkably long way. How do you manage it?
Well, Hedvig and I don't need much.
Is a true father's paid very generously for the copying he does for Mr. Viral?
I don't know if it's that generous. I don't know what the going rate is.
Well, what does he get approximately? Tell me!
More or less what he costs us, plus a bit of pocket money.
What he costs us? You've never told me that.
Well, I couldn't very well. You were so pleased thinking you were supporting him.
Instead of which it's Mr. Viral.
After all, he's got plenty to spare.
I'm going to light that lamp.
Anyway, how do we know it's Mr. Viral? It might be Granberg.
What's all these excuses about Grabber?
I don't know, I just thought. It wasn't me got Grandpa the job, was it? It was Berta when she arrived at the house.
Seems to me your voice is unsteady.
Is it?
And your hands are shaking, aren't they?
Tell me straight, Ekdal. What's he gone and told you about me?
Is it true? Could it be true that you and Mr. Viral had some kind of a relationship when you were working in his house?
No, it's not true. Not at the time. Mr. Viral was after me, all right. His wife thought we had something going on. That's why she pushed me about and created on like that she did, so I stopped working there.
What about later?
Well, then I went home. And Mother, she wasn't as honest as you thought she was, Ekdal. Because she went on about all sorts of things. Because by that time, Mr. Viral was a widower.
Yes. And then what?
Well, I suppose it's best you know about it. He wouldn't give up until he'd done what he wanted.
So this is the mother of my child. How could you hide it from me, a thing like that?
Yes, it was wrong of me. I should have told you ages ago.
You should have told me right at the beginning. Then I would have known what kind of woman you were.
Then would you have married me in spite of it?
What do you think?
No. That's why I didn't tell you at the time. Because I started to care for you so much. You know that. And I could make myself completely unhappy.
And this is my Hedvig's mother. And now I know that everything I see in front of my eyes, my home and everything in it I owe to a predecessor to your favors. Oh, that seducer Viral!
Do you regret the 14 or 15 years we've lived together?
Tell me, every day, every hour, haven't you regretted this web of lies you've spun around me like some spider? Answer me. You mean to say you haven't been aching with guilt and regrets?
Oh, Ekdal, dear. I've been more than enough to do worrying about the house and keeping everything going.
You never take a searching look at your past?
God knows all those old excitements, I nearly forgotten them, really.
This calm, it's just apathy and callousness. There's something really obscene about it, I think. Can you imagine? You don't even regret it.
Tell me this, Ekdal. What would have become of you if you hadn't had a wife like me?
Like you?
Yes. I'm sort of practical and more sensible than you, being as I am this few years older.
What would have become of me?
You had all sorts of bad habits when I first met you. Can't very well deny it.
Bad habits, you call it? Oh, you don't understand the way a man can suffer from grief and despair. Especially a man of fiery temperament like me.
No, perhaps not. And I can't reproach you for it either. Because as soon as you had a home of your own, you became a really good man. And just as we got everything so comfy and cozy, and Hedvig and I started to be able to spend something on ourselves. A bit of food, a few clothes.
Yes, in the swamp of deceit.
Ach, that horrible man, he should have never been allowed to set foot in this house.
I thought this was a good home to live in as well. That was a delusion. Now where am I going to find the reserves of strength I need to bring my invention to fruition? Perhaps it'll die with me. If so, it'll be your past, Gina, that killed it.
No, you mustn't say things like that, Igdal. All I ever wanted for as long as I lived was to do whatever was best for you.
What I want to know is, now what's going to become of the dream I had as head of the family? When I lay in there on the sofa, grappling with my invention, I had the feeling it would swallow the last drop of my vitality. Even then I sensed that the very day I held that patent in my hand, that day would be goodbye for me. And my dream was this: that you should be left as the prosperous widow of the late inventor.
No. You mustn't talk like that, Igdal. God forbid I should live to see the day I was ever left a widow.
What's the difference? It's all over now. Everything.